Checkity bitch.
Chickadee check. There you go. Right there. That feels more comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we're gonna do a little.
I did clap last time. All right. I guess that'll do it.
Is that the one? We need another one?
3, 2, 1. That was a good clap.
You're welcome.
Welcome back
to the jam.
with Brock and Dan. I am Brock,
I am Dan.
and we have something special for you today. Something, not someone, because he's not a one, he's not a person, he's a thing. And his name is, well, I like to call him Jay Dizzle, but what's your name?
What's my name?
Yeah, it's just Jay Dizzle, right?
It's JD, yeah.
All right.
JD Merrill.
Yeah, so thanks for coming here today. Short notice.
Yeah.
We're like, we're testing out the new studio. We want to try it out with a guest. And I was like, I already know motherfucking Jay Dizzle's going to be fun to talk to.
Oh, so. I know, right? That's why I was like,
And here I
okay,
am.
cool. Let's bring him
dude.
on. Fuck yeah, dude.
We're doing some experimenting with, mic stands and whatnot. Just see what it's like.
Trying it out.
So
Leveling up.
Hell yes. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from?
Well, Dwayne the Brock Johnson. I am from here.
Yes.
I'm from here. I mean,
Detroit.
I'm from the Fremont area, Fremont, Ohio. I live in Tiffin now, but I've kind of lived all around this area. I grew up with this guy. He's basically my brother.
Hell yeah.
My first blood cousin.
Yep. Cousins out here. Dude,
Yeah,
this
are you
thing
guys
is about
kissing
to fall,
cousins?
bro.
Not usually. Depends on the mood. Like a nice Chardonnay, I might be a kissing cousin.
Oh, yeah. Some Marvin Gaye and
need warmed up.
Chardonnay.
Yeah, he like to kiss me when he's off that wine.
Marvin
Yeah.
Gaye and do stuff with Dan.
So, yeah, we've been, me and you've been hanging out since we were birthed.
Yeah, straight up. So,
A lot of bands together, a lot of music endeavors.
yep, skateboarding, being rambunctious teens,
Yep.
just living life,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's cool that you're close with someone like that that's in your family or whatever. Because you guys are like distantly related, aren't you?
Not distantly.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
we're first cousins. Our moms are
Oh,
sisters.
shit.
Yeah.
We're not only first cousins, but also we've got a lot of families. So there's a lot of cousins older than us, but there's nobody younger than us.
Oh,
At least not in our generation. There's like a bunch of grandkids and stuff now. But
Yeah.
So you guys are it.
yeah, and we grew up like 2-3 miles from each other, and like
Yeah, it wasn't far because we were always at each other's houses.
yeah.
Like literally sleepovers every night, bro.
You know, like-
I grew up
Dude.
with him. You know what I mean? He's my brother. It's
That's
fucking
awesome.
weird.
And I've got two younger sisters, so he's my brother.
Yeah. And I have a sister. I have a brother too, but he lives in Tennessee.
See, like I think you mentioned that before that you had a brother, and I had no idea.
I have a half sister too. I've only met twice.
Dude, a good friend of mine, Richie, you know him. He told me. I remember when he told me you had a brother. I was like, what? I've known you for fucking 20 years. I didn't know you had a brother.
Where's he been?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's he been?
But like obviously you guys have played in a bunch of bands together. Mm-hmm. Like how many is a bunch? Like 2?
Ooh, this is loud.
No, dude, we like
Oh,
the
it's all right.
You're
ASMR
welcome.
here.
Yeah, the ASMR rules. What'd you say?
So like you guys played music together. How many bands did you have together? You don't have to name them. Just give me a number.
I think just 2, right?
Just 2?
2 that I know of.
Yeah.
All right, here's my
Trying to
other.
think. I mean, we've also just like been together playing music, so like
Ah,
Three.
we
yeah.
happen into
3.
like a lot of weird like little projects and little moments and like little. But seriously, 2, 3,
It's 3.
3 bands.
When did you guys just discover like playing music at the same time, or is it like
Honestly, dude, we grew up with our moms on the worship team at church.
oh there's a team?
Well, yeah, I mean they kept singing and shit.
So
and
I was gonna say let's dive into that just a little bit,
Yeah.
like not big time.
yeah,
but
I'm down.
So-
we can do whatever you want, my guy.
we were
Yeah, man.
raised not only in church but in. So there's a lot of different types of churches. There's like Catholic churches. There's like
Catholics.
yeah. There's churches that are like a little bit older.
You can talk
You
a little
like it
closer.
a little closer.
Yeah.
Is that better for you?
Yeah.
You like that? He wants it a little bit tighter up
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Mike.
Do you have Chardonnay? Is that where this is headed?
No, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I know someone's got Marvin Gaye.
So we were raised in a church that had a lot of music and was like, some churches don't allow drums. This one was like a more charismatic church, a little bit kind of leaning towards that like Pentecostal. So music and like energy and spirituality has kind of always been a part of it.
Cooler.
Yeah, for us.
And
not always. Some of the Pentecostal songs are lame, but
it took me a while to like realize like, oh, there's a difference between like Catholics and like, other Christians. Isn't it? What are they called? Protestants, right?
There's lots of,
Or is that like its own fucking thing?
So
Sorry,
Protestant usually...
Don't ask me. I have no clue.
In my understanding, Protestant usually means just not Catholic.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, everybody else.
Probably not Catholic or like Orthodox, like Eastern Orthodox churches, but everybody else would be considered Protestant.
So this would fall under that, which you guys were a part of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you weren't cat-holics. So you weren't addicted to cats.
No. I hate cats.
Well, there's this new... Actually, we just went to Mohican this weekend. There's this new restaurant...
It rhymes.
...in Youngstown, Ohio, and the cats that they have there are just delicious.
Damn, so all the Haitian cuisine went to Youngstown.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Dude, I'm so
fucked up.
I'm so I know like Springfield, Dayton area, they already started cooking like that. The culinary scene down there is just fucking exploding.
It's spreading throughout Ohio.
It's exploding.
You thought chili on spaghetti?
It'll like singe the hair off of your cat. The scene is hot.
The block is hot.
Yeah.
The block is hot.
But so you guys...
Yeah, so we were raised in a church where there was an atmosphere where there was always like a heavy focus on music, on musicality, being musical. That was like a big part. If you were good at music, then you were good at church.
Yeah.
You could be a part of a team. You could play drums.
Dude, I feel like I knew that was kind of like your guys' background, and like you guys obviously went on to make really cool music.
It runs deep for both of us, but it runs even deeper for me because my mom played piano and sang. My dad ran sound. My grandpa preached. So like any wedding, any funeral, we were there. I grew up
for real, dude,
at a funeral home, basically.
And then my mom would help his mom sing while our grandpa preached, and his dad ran sound.
Yeah, we would travel to a bunch
of
different
churches. Like my mom would do like the harmonies or maybe even the mains.
I
don't know. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure.
I think it depended on the song. They would switch it up.
They would switch it up. Like me and you do, dog. Hell yeah. That just fucking dawned on my ass.
Dude. And like,
but yeah, I think, I don't know. I think that's why we stuck with music for so long.
That's what I was going to get to. I was going to say.
Because it's like a part of us.
Yeah.
And we connect to music way differently. You know what I mean?
Because like, it's so cool that you guys had that. Because like when I was obviously getting into music, it's like, oh, well, none of my friends play. I don't know anybody that plays. And like, it's so cool that you guys were in an atmosphere where there's a bunch of fucking musicians around you. You can experiment with stuff.
Well, it didn't. Damn, this is gonna have to get tightened for sure.
Oh yeah.
It didn't really start off like that though. Like really? I was in my own band.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys like?
Yeah, I was in my own band. I played drums for like a long time.
Like a Blink 182 style punk rock.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I had the
early Vans Warped Tour.
Yeah, the early Vans Warped Tour. Like I had like long hair down to here and Dickie shorts, long high socks, fucking Vans t-shirt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just fucking
the
punk rock.
The guy from Simple Plan, like his
100%.
His get up.
100%.
The fucking khaki shorts. The board
Dickie shorts. Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh, 100%, bro. But yeah, I was doing all that, and JD was doing his own thing with what soon would become Settle the Sky.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to start a metal band. I think, if I remember right, I think the first version of Settle the Sky was trying to be like a Christian hard rock band. There was a band called Spoken that I loved for a few years, and I was like,
Spoken.
And I was like, dude, I want to do this. And then we started doing it. We got together. We started just like practicing and jamming after like worship team practice or something at church.
And Dan got pissed. And then you're like, whoa, that sounds cool.
Well, Dan wasn't a part of it at first. It was just kind of I think it was like me and Mike and Jeremiah, I think, in the beginning. And then we quickly kind of got Sam and Ryan on board and kind of had like a little thing going. And actually, once there was some steam, that's when Dan was like, okay, I'm interested.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because
you guys are doing something
convincing.
cool.
Yeah, I wanted to.
I don't even think it took convincing. I think just with a new musical project, you don't know.
Yeah.
Is it
right?
Is it worth any time? Is it worth checking out? And this was my first venture, and we weren't really sure.
Dude.
So it was kind of
And like I've always like, if I could find, like, even if someone sucked at, like, you know, a drummer or something like that, even if they sucked, I was like, I gotta stick with them because that's all I got. So I like,
dude, you know, you want to know what's funny? Speaking of that, and speaking of the Settle the Sky, but it's funny because our original drummer, Sam Miller, he
cool dude.
Yeah, cool ass dude, and a great, phenomenal drummer. But at the beginning, he sucked, bro.
Really?
Oh yeah. And we had to like, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure some of us like kind of confronted him.
I don't think I was a part of that. I think that might have been you. I know you had a conversation with him at one point.
I was like, dude, you got to get better, bro.
You got to.
Like,
but I also at the time I wasn't a drummer back then. Like I don't consider myself a drummer now, but like I can play a little.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I can impress a kid. You know what I mean?
Wow. Jay Dizzle, like, you're really good.
But he,
drums, right?
Dude, a fucking like week or two later, he comes back and just is like great.
Dude.
And it just kind of was like, boom, that was it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the story, like, a lot, because like you hear about like Dimebag Darrell, like he just locked himself in his room for a summer and came out like one of the best guitar players ever.
Yeah. There's something about just like locking into something, realizing that you kind of have something here and be like, all right, it's time to take this serious.
Yeah, where it's like an obsession.
Which I think when Sam started taking drums seriously is when we all kind of like, we all kind of need to take Settle the Sky a little more seriously. It was kind of like a fun. We just wanted to play breakdowns. We wanted to there was a local at the Fremont Rec Center.
Oh,
the recreational center here. There's right by the skate park. We used to throw little festivals there with like rock bands and punk bands and metal bands.
Really, like down where the skate park is?
No, like inside in the gym. We laid down like tarps and there was like metal shows in there.
Oh, dude,
As Dreams Die.
It was
like,
badass.
Dude, I remember seeing a wrestling show there once. Hybrid
Cartel
wrestling.
played there.
The Cartel?
The band Cartel.
There was a band Cartel. They were moderately successful in the indie space.
Right on. Dude, see, cool shit happened in Fremont before like my time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you guys are old. You're only like, what, like 4 or 5 years older than me?
Like cool stuff happened.
I'm 6 years older than you, fool.
I was trying to give you some fucking, you know.
I think one of the reasons cool things happened here is because there's nothing going on here.
Yeah.
That's kind of changed somewhat now. I mean, there's a little bit of life downtown. We got some events, some spaces.
Yeah.
That new amphitheater looks dope.
Yeah, that's cool. We should take that over. We got to start PIST.
So you just got to keep going. Dude, I'm down.
All right.
You just got to keep going with this podcast until we're throwing shows at the
Yes,
amphitheater.
sponsored.
And then we're renting out venues.
Sponsored by the James.
Throwing little shows, little
Bro,
fests.
that'd be the dream right there, dude.
Make it happen.
Yeah, just having fun.
Why not?
You know what I mean? I mean, fuck, bro, that'd be sick. But
I mean,
wow, excuse me.
You guys watched Kill Tony. They're like selling out Madison Square
Fucking
Garden.
I watched
arenas,
that.
dude.
That was insane.
This is crazy. I mean,
Dude, speaking of that,
our MO the whole time has been like making things happen.
yeah.
Like we threw shows at the rec center, but then we're like, oh, that was fun. And then we're like, oh, that's kind of expensive. It's hard to do, getting a lot of bands. All right, well, it's Rice Township Hall. It's like $100.
Hell
Can we
yeah.
get 5 bands together and just throw a show there?
Bro, those were
That's
the fucking
awesome.
Like it was a
days.
DIY. Like just
I love
know
that.
somebody, find a basement, find a garage,
find a
shed.
PA.
Yeah.
Like find a PA system.
That's probably one of the harder things to do, huh?
100%, bro.
Yeah. Someone who actually wanted to lend that out.
And the amount of
Kids are gonna
house,
fuck it up.
the amount of house shows that we used to play, bro.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like ridiculous.
birthday parties, VFW halls, American Legions, like
Damn, dude.
dude. I mean, but
American
like,
Legions are cool. I played at American Legion once.
garages, living rooms.
I wish I was
we
there to
did
see
play.
that. I was too young.
No, I don't know that we ever played a basement. We practiced in a lot of.
I
basements.
played a basement with Convictions,
That makes sense.
and it was
It
badass.
sounds
Hell
badass.
It was in my niece's dad's house.
Heck yeah.
Your
Yeah.
niece's dad was like, "Hey, you guys want to play a show for the kids' party?"
No, it was before my niece was born, but yeah,
In the
it was-
basement.
dude. It was wild. That shit was wild. But
I love that though. The DIY shit. Like I want up. I mean, I haven't played much,
Yeah.
but like every time I have played, it's been like at a VFW or fucking a basement. You know, And,
Right.
like, dude, I love that shit. I like the fact that it's like in a shitty place. You know,
Oh, me too.
That's
man.
the way.
you
Yeah,
make it
that's the
cool.
only
Like,
way.
oh, dude, that basement. I never thought it could be that cool.
So I feel like there's like an energy to especially to live performance, and you kind of don't find that by going on like a cool stage with a nice microphone. The stage is huge. You have so much space to take up. So like doing basement shows and throwing these kind of DIY tighter space kind of things kind of gets you closer to that energy and lets you like start to feel that, start to vibe with that.
Yeah.
And we kind of crafted our whole set. Everything we wanted to do was like, how is this going to perform at the show, or when we do this? Oh, sick! This part's gonna be fun.
So did you guys like plan it out in that way? Not like write it down, but like you kind of knew what you're gonna do every night
for like song structures and whatnot. Yeah.
And also like between.
Oh, you mean
songs.
as far as like performing?
Yeah, like Dan's gonna
writing, yeah.
Dan's gonna pull Gigi Allen and poop on the stage in between this song and this song.
Somewhat, we'd have little things here and there that we'd be like, little.
Yeah,
I just realized what I said.
That's what I'm gonna do.
R.I.P. R.I. Poo.
He would be the last one out of the band to do that, but somebody would have.
100%.
But dude, like, because like me and my buddies, when we had a band, we're like, all right, we're gonna practice. Like, there's a bunch of fucking people in this basement that we're practicing in, and like when we go play our real show, it's gonna go down just like this, which it never did. But we were like, all right, and that's where you kick your foot up. We wanted to play the rock star stuff.
Hell yeah!
And it actually, when we did end up playing, it was a lot cooler than the stuff we thought would be cool.
Yeah,
I remember
isn't that
like
cool
getting drunk.
to like plan one thing and then do it live and have like a whole other. Oh, I didn't know that was. People really responded to that.
I know, because you have this.
I just plugged my guitar in and they all started cheering.
Yeah, you have this like idea of like you know what people are gonna want, but like I imagine you guys seeing it time and time again, like people reacting to shit you never thought would go over.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I mean, our song Cheyenne.
Dude, I remember.
Our entire career is based off of something we didn't think was going to happen. So that song on that album was never supposed to be that song.
And that's like
so everybody loves the intro of that song, and everybody loves the ending breakdown of that song.
Yeah.
The original song that we took to the studio doesn't have either of those. It's everything else.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
I pulled the piano part from another project we were in that we were kind of just working on that we never ended up using.
So good.
We put that there, and then we're like, let's throw a snare build-up breakdown at the end. So we did.
Dude.
And I found a nice sound clip that we all really liked, and
This could scare
bang,
you.
bang, boom, here we are.
Oh wait, that's a different song, isn't it?
No. It was
that is
This
Cheyenne.
Could Scare You.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So my shirt says it.
That's from the Podcast Before Podcast radio host Art Bell.
No shit.
Yeah. He's kind of like a UFO conspiracy ghost story kind of guy.
Yeah.
And that was from an episode where somebody sent in a tape. I guess they were like digging a hole in Serbia, I think.
Oh, like the gates of hell or whatever, and they put a microphone down.
They put a microphone down there, and that's from the Art Bell radio show. Where it says,
so
I got a clean copy of it now, and I warn you,
dude, I
this
remember
could scare you.
Yeah, I remember when he was
That's so cool.
I remember when he found it because we recorded that shit with Joey Sturgis, who did like Devil Wears Prada, My Children, My Bride.
What was the name of his studio at the time? It had a name, I thought. Maybe it was just we went to Sturgis, Connorsville.
No.
Sturgis,
It had,
in
North
Indiana.
Dakota or South Dakota.
it had a name, but I can't remember what it was.
Joey's Garage.
Yeah, what a wild fucking time.
That's so cool.
But yeah, we went there, and when he brought that sound clip up, I was like, dude, this is fucking cool. Like just the backstory on where it came from, because I never heard that shit before. And then like he explained it, and I'm like, damn, dude, this is fucking rad. Never thinking that every show we ever played,
that was going to be the thing.
that was gonna be the thing. You know what I mean?
They're just like,
So
hey, check out
rad.
this cool sound clip. I think this would be really cool before a breakdown. But I also like,
I love how it worked out like that.
Yeah.
especially with us being a Christian band at the time, and being kind of like playing lots of churches and stuff, to have that as like a part of our career was just cool.
Exactly. And like speaking of that, a lot of people for our latest EP, the Year of Ruin EP that was released in 2021.
I think we released it in 20. It was either late 2020 or early 2021.
Yeah, I remember that. That was before me and you became friends, and I remember I was like, "Holy shit, this is just as good as everything else."
Dude, I honestly think that record is the best shit we've ever done.
Yeah, it sounds really good,
and it's real. Like a lot of people. Whoa! Did you see that?
It's spring loaded.
Wow.
Damn! I already did that shit, Brock.
Now it's even tighter.
That thing just went way up in the air.
Hell
bro.
yeah!
Yeah.
Glad your nose was out of the way. That would have been
That would have knocked me silly. So the Year of Ruin was our best record, in my opinion.
IMO.
And little do people know, like, Settle the Sky released another EP that was released but then taken down, right?
Well, okay.
Or am I like tripping?
You're kind of tripping. So we recorded that album with Sturgis on Standby Records, and then we had the whole debacle with Standby Records and that whole thing, and that kind of also just being teenagers and being young dumb kids out on the road. We were like buying vans and not knowing how to drive and not knowing how to maintain car. Like,
yeah, we didn't know.
There was a lot
bro.
of things like financially that we could have done better to help us keep going, but we were just doing. We just wanted to play shows. We didn't know. Yeah, we wanted to keep going, keep writing, do whatever it took. We figured the rest of the stuff we'll figure it out. When a van blows up, we just
buy a new one.
Well, we didn't have any money, but because all the record sales were going to Standby Records because they own the recordings.
And Standby Records like didn't pay us any royalties.
And this isn't like this is old news.
Yeah,
we're not. There's nothing legal going on here. Have your money. Great. I hope you keep making money. We're just gonna. People still come to shows, and we still are able to keep writing and playing music. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean, some people didn't get off that.
While
good,
we were
guess.
not on a record label or kind of still on Standby and trying to go through that legal figuring all that stuff out, we wrote a few more songs because we were like ready for another record. Like, that is usually the next.
And this is after Now That We're Waiting.
After Now That We're Waiting EP back in like 2008.
I mean, that's what took so long. Like, you have to understand that what took so long to release something newer wasn't our like issue. It was the record label. They like legally we could not do anything until we heard word.
Because they had an option to buy another album from us, but
we didn't. We
were kind of on the hook for that. But
so if they said no,
once
you
it got
do
sold
anything?
to a new owner, the new owner just kind of just strung us along and just wouldn't give us merch, like wouldn't really talk to us.
It got sold to a new owner, and this is when all the issues started. We were still touring the Now That We're Waiting EP.
Yeah, and
it was so like every time we'd email,
it was surreal though. That tour, like touring on that album and having that. You could just there was momentum, there was energy, something was growing, something was happening,
and Dude, like,
and then we weren't able to follow that up just because we weren't able to release anything until we figured all that stuff out. So
I'm sure you guys think about this all the time, but do you think it would have fucking went crazy?
Yeah.
I think so. I think so too because there was just fucking good songs. Like,
I mean, looking
not only
back,
that, but just like the people, our peers are all still famous. Our peers,
the
people that we were playing with. I mean, we were never quite on some of their level, but we were like. Right here,
just
coming
about
towards
there.
it. And if we would have kept that steam, kept that momentum, sure, we'd probably still. But I wouldn't say I think about it a lot. I'm not sitting here dwelling. I'm just more thinking like, okay, what can I do now?
Yeah. And I know. It's kind of like something that someone from the outside looking in and be like, man, I'll be thinking about that all the time. Like Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
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 But I could throw that.
Pigskin quarter mile.
But like when that
I can rock that stage.
So like when we finally just kind of were like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the label stole all of the money. We have nothing left.
And it wasn't just you guys, right?
No, there was plenty other bands that got fucked.
The new owner was real shady with a lot of different bands. I think was it Black Veil Brides?
Well, he pumped all of his money all of our money into them.
Oh shit!
That's what happened. He
just like, hey, this is gonna be it.
Yeah, he signed Black Veil Brides and literally
Vanilla Ice
pushed them. Like he brought
no shit.
Oh yeah,
there was a Standby Urban and Vanilla Ice. I can't. Went looking for it. I can't find any evidence that it existed. If anybody has that, please send that to me.
Dude, Lost Media.
It's real life.
Yeah,
it's true.
Dude, because Vanilla Ice was also on Psychopathic Records for a short time.
He's also our friend Gary's buddy.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Rob Van Winkle. He's a cool guy.
Just Rob.
Yeah. Rob Winkle.
Rob. Mr. Winkle.
But yeah, after he signed Black Veil Brides, he just gave all the money to them. And we were just kind of sitting on these songs. And I was writing drums for them at the time.
Yeah. So we recorded a few songs that were like, we were already like a Christian metal band, but we kind of went deeper into that.
Yeah.
Because we were playing a lot with like For Today. I don't think we ever played with Sleeping Giant, but we were all super into those guys.
Yeah, we never played with them.
We played a few shows with A Plea for Purging. So that's kind of like the direction we were headed with that stuff. We really wanted just kind of continue on that. And it was okay, but it was really... I guess at the time I believed it, so I loved it. But it was real kind of like judgmental Christian, like that real like, which was kind of popular at the time, I guess. I don't know, but
yeah, it was.
Listening back, it's so cringy.
Yeah,
the songs that we did release on MySpace.
As cringy as like straight edge stuff, where they're like, talking shit about people that
very
party.
much so like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put that in a very similar vein as to like
you're a fucking loser if you do drugs.
like one of the songs was called like
we know that
one of the songs was called "Pick Up Your Cross."
Oh yeah, but that song's great.
I'm glad you think so.
I'm not. I mean,
because listening back for me, I only hear the cringe. I only hear the.
Do you really?
Yeah, I only hear the lyrics.
I guess I'm only listening to my drums.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
that was your drums.
What did you say? Pick up your cross.
Yeah.
Was that my?
The song
no.
starts out with "What's with this faith you claim."
Is that the song? Holy fuck! I'm having a mind.
That's not the name of it. Holy fuck.
No.
We were kind of trying to avoid that back then.
Cursing.
Yeah.
All the what was it like? Glory.
Oh, give God all the glory.
Yeah.
Yo, that one still goes so hard.
Okay, that's the one.
That
I
one
drums
goes
for.
so good. I like that song.
Dude,
I
like that one.
That's when you.
That one,
you did
yeah.
all the vocals.
I don't feel the same way as that one, but I don't cringe when I hear that one because that one's just like whatever. That song's about giving God all the glory and that like we're nobody.
Yeah.
Which I
That's
still
cool,
kind of
dude.
think
I'm
about.
down with
Yeah,
that.
I'm still down with that. But
Yeah, I know that's kind of might be a deep, subject.
Ooh.
Let's get it.
But like, all
Hit me
right,
with
so
a deep subject.
when you guys were first starting,
Mm-hmm.
you guys were all, you had faith and all that shit. Sorry, I know, like, it sounds disrespectful, but
yeah, you didn't mean shit as in shit.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
like shit.
Hey, I need some like socks and shit.
yeah.
Not bad, just stuff.
But like, all right, so you guys, it's been years since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think you just alluded to the fact that you're still a man of faith, somewhat.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know what to call myself. I don't know. I've worn a lot of different hats and gone through a pretty long, interesting spiritual journey. But what's weird is I'm kind of coming around the other side at this point. Like I'm not like, I wouldn't consider myself Christian again, but I like appreciate Jesus and the Bible so much more than I ever used to. And when I don't just mean like, oh, the Bible, I read like a nice little Bible, like studying the Hebrew, the Greek, and like all of the complexities, like what's going on culturally at the time. But I definitely have a much different spirituality and faith than I did growing up. Growing up, it was very like black and white. This is what's true. You believe this or you die, you go to hell.
Yeah.
Right. That's
you burn forever.
Because me and him were raised the exact same way.
So you're kind of told what to believe about something instead of
very,
finding out for yourself.
I mean, our moms were sisters, bro. They literally like collaborated on like how to fucking raise us.
Did you make Dan read that fucking verse?
And I don't know. I don't know that there's one person you can pin it on, really. Like it's just like that's how that world is.
Well, no. I'm not trying to pin
it
on.
It's the content they're reading is coming from a church who believes the same thing. Like
the
mind control is real. It's like it's super. I hate to use this word and be extreme, but it was very cult-like in a lot of different ways because there's a lot of authoritarianism, a lot of charismatic leaders. Which I'm still drawn to. I mean, I think everybody is to some level. I think that's why cults work. I mean, I'd love to start one day.
I know. Yeah, I was just about to say you're a very charismatic guy.
Yeah. So
David Koresh moved the fuck over.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Who knows? I would love to just live out in the middle of nowhere and grow my own food and have a little cult and dance and throw some metal shows here and there and have a little skate park.
Speaking of cults,
yes, bro.
Boom.
Yeah, dude.
Eat from the earth.
Yeah, make a garden. Yeah.
Smoke from the earth.
Speaking of cults, I just want to shout out since I named.
Oh, we're shouting out cults.
I
want to shout out. Hang on, I'm going to shout out a cult. There is a brand of tea that you can purchase at most major retailers called, I believe it's Celestial Tea. Not Celestial Seasonings. That's a thing. Is it Celestial Seasonings?
Yeah, that's a tea.
That's a tea.
Yeah,
that's a cult.
It's
a cult that makes tea.
Really?
And I'd make some tea.
Dude, hell yeah.
Why not?
I mean, usually you think cult, you think Kool-Aid.
Yeah, they.
That's wild shit.
I don't know if it's a full-on cult or if it's just. I don't know. There's definitely like it's like a weird church with like something about aliens and stuff, and they have a tea.
Like a Heaven's Gate.
I could be way off on this. I googled it one time, and I'm going off memory here. So.
Dude, that's the funnest thing because like we get to people can fact check us and see if we're telling the truth.
Yeah, they can give us all the hate on TikTok.
Yeah.
But
fucking.
Since we're talking about cults, I name dropped David Koresh, which is the Branch Davidians in Waco, Texas.
Waco, I was supposed to say.
I'd like to say that's a fucking atrocity what the ATF did to all those innocent children and all those fucking people, torching them alive.
100%. Like, have you ever seen that fucking show?
Like they didn't do anything.
Yeah, there's a few different shows. There's been documentaries.
Oh
I've watched a lot.
There's been
Waco.
plenty.
That's like my favorite genre other than like horror and comedy.
Waco?
Like cult. No, just cult. Cult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
cult
weird
shit.
spiritual church stuff. There's like
I haven't like I remember hearing about like the weird fucking, you know, the Indian people coming over, like the whatever the hell the guy is, the gurus.
Oh, so you're probably referring to, I can't remember the director's name. They were brothers, that Wild Wild Country.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
With Osho, and that was the Rajneesh Param.
Ah.
Yeah, where was that? They actually bought. So we were raised Pentecostal and like that kind of like charismatic Christian, evangelical. There's a huge Christian camp called Young Life that's kind of along those levels. Like they go for younger people and try to get them kind of indoctrinated and in early. But like it's fine. It's camp.
Yeah,
Let us have your kids. Let us teach them what they have to believe now.
Give me your kids.
Fucked, bro.
They bought the compound of the Rajneesh Param.
No shit.
After they moved out. So
That's so cool. That's actually
when
kind of
that
cool.
cult moved out, Young Life moved in. It's now a Christian camp.
Connection or coincidence?
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not.
No, but it's funny you bring that up. I don't know about Osho specifically, but these gurus, they're usually preaching some sort of either Eastern tradition or something a bit more mystical. I don't know where I fall on that, but I fall somewhere on that.
Huh.
Somewhere kind of Eastern mystical. And if it rings true, it rings true.
So in other words, you're going to hell.
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean,
by the Christian evangelical definition that I was raised with, 100%, I will be in hell.
yeah, like, dude. I mean,
Damn. But there's still time to, you know, correct, right?
No, what you actually under how we were raised, you specifically have to believe with your heart and say with your mouth and give your life to Christ and live that way. And I don't believe those things in the exact same way. So the fact that I can't profess that, I'm going to hell.
See,
Damn,
I fall under a whole.
That's heavy. I didn't mean to go there.
No.
But like,
I also don't believe in hell because it's not actually found in the Bible in its original language at all.
What do you think about people saying that we're in hell right now?
Oh, I believe hell can be a state of being, and I think, I mean, go outside.
Yeah.
Go somewhere where nature is, and really be with nature, and then go to like New York City or and don't go to a cool part. Go to like somewhere else, and we're in hell.
Dude, go out in the fucking woods
right
here. We live in Northwest Ohio area. It's swampland. It's fucking hell on earth out there in the
it's
summertime.
also your perception is your reality, right?
Yeah.
So we're also in heaven right now if you choose to be.
True.
We're in the new beginning of what's coming next, or we're in the destruction of what's come now.
If I had to guess, I would say that 70% of people now live in hell, 30% live in heaven nowadays.
I would say it's probably even less than that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I just have such a weird. I guess I'm like. I completely get what you're saying because we were raised that way.
Yeah.
But I mean DMT, the psychedelic compound DMT.
Shout out Joe Rogan.
Is released in your brain when you die. So when you die, when your body just shuts down, stops working, DMT is released in your brain. Why is that?
To help you cope.
It could just be a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at it from, it depends on how you're asking the question.
Okay,
because if you're asking the question scientifically, there's a different answer than just like
okay, yeah. Let me
theoretically
you're
and
right.
spiritually.
You're correct. Let me finish. So, why is DMT released in your brain? I don't know, but what if that's our ending,
dude?
Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
Do you get okay? So
yeah,
what
I know
if,
exactly what you mean.
What if that's our eternity? What if that's our afterlife?
Oh, so you mean the altered state that you are in when you're experiencing DMT?
Exactly. What if that's our afterlife? That's the best way to put it. What if that
if there is
our
an afterlife, I kind of hope that's it.
Yeah.
But I also kind of hope I can watch Bill and Ted, you know? A little bit of both.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fucking Bill and Ted's
little this,
journey.
little that.
Biodome. We were raised on that
Biodome.
shit.
I forgot about that.
See, that's the wildest shit right there. JD, you can agree with me on this. We were raised so strictly at like, I mean, if we said shit, damn, hell, you name it.
Well, let's go even further. Fart.
What?
Oh yeah, we weren't allowed to say
we had
fart.
to say stink bomb or something like
they
found anything that was like disrespectful.
100%. Or even close. We could dang because it was too close to damn. Like damn. or dang it. Hey, don't you say that.
Some families go even wilder. I've heard of a family that can't say pee or poop, but they have to say water or dirty if they're speaking.
What?
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
See, dude, I don't like.
When I say I was raised, we were raised in almost a cult.
See, this is the kind of like God, bro.
People that haven't experienced life outside of that.
Yeah. So like that's all you guys
don't
knew.
know Simpsons. I don't know any
knew.
Simpsons references. I've not really seen like Friends growing up or like South Park or all these regular cultural references.
You gotta watch.
I don't know. I don't know what songs
know
Kiss sings.
Yeah, we don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's why
'cause, like,
I don't.
Yeah, sometimes he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Because we weren't allowed to listen
we
to
weren't
it.
allowed to listen to it. So when
It's so
we got,
crazy to
But
me.
you also don't know any songs by Whiteheart or Petra or Stephen Curtis Chapman
or DC Talk,
Jeff.
I mean, you Newsboys,
Jeff
you
Moore
name
in the
it.
Distance.
dude.
Larry Norman.
Fucking Carmen.
What about
Keith Green.
So all right, so I got
Gerbert. Hang on, Dan. I have a question for you. You remember Gerbert?
John Elefante?
Oh man, I can't remember the melody. I used to think that loneliness was meant for me. Man, John Elefante. He's from Kansas. The band Kansas, right?
Oh shit.
Isn't it
All
Kansas?
I don't know, dude. All I remember is
Yeah. So either I don't know. I don't know the connection, but the lead singer of Kansas
Hell
is
yeah.
now a Christian, and his name is John Elefante, and he's got some music out, and it's
That's right. That motherfucker's got
fantastic.
Some pipes.
I mean, it ain't bad.
Do you guys know who Jars of Clay is?
Absolutely.
Fuck
I've seen
yeah.
Jars Clay live.
I have one of their cassettes.
Nice.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Is
it came in a lot of
is it-
cassettes.
Is it the one with Flood?
It's got
I was
like
gonna say,
a
is it-
reddish cover.
The reddish brownish
Yeah.
color. Yeah.
What I was going to ask you,
Damn,
though.
Jars of Clay.
I've never
holy
listened
fuck.
to it.
Gerbert. Do you remember his lion's name? He had a pet lion in the show.
No, but I remember Gerbert.
His name was Rory.
Let's go, Rory.
I don't know why I remember that like one specific detail.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
like
can't move
we
too far.
watched
These
we watched
headphones are
Christian
like-
movies, Christian music, Christian.
I mean, if
Cartoons?
it wasn't uplifting Christ, we weren't allowed to watch it.
dude.
Yep.
All right, so me and Dan talked about this before. I wouldn't say
What are you doing tonight?
Dude, I don't. Listen,
he
it's
didn't
this
smoke.
mic-
He didn't
no.
smoke.
Do we need to take a break? Because I got to pee.
No, we don't need to take a break. Just hold that shit.
I am, and I have been.
You know how many times I've
That's all right.
held my piss?
We'll be wrapping up here shortly. Anyway.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
But we got one topic we got to talk about.
I don't even need
We'll
to pee
get
that
it.
bad, but I'm just saying if he needed to take a break.
Yeah.
No, I'm
yeah.
good. This mic stand is not staying
Yeah,
still.
we didn't calibrate that.
This is our
too
first
well.
time using the booms.
We're trying it out.
Okay.
But
And this thing keeps like falling, so I'm trying to fix it. And
Yeah, so I'm not sure where you were going with the question,
yeah.
but yeah, we were raised very, very Christian, very, very almost cult-like, very secluded from the outside world for the most part. We also did go to like, I don't know, there's a lot of things that I was really upset about with how we were raised that I forgot a lot of the good things.
yeah,
We were allowed to go to like Cedar Point. We took trips down to Florida. We did my family did Disney World at least once. We were always kind of traveling, and because of this, we were
always camping as a families. Like your
yeah.
family and my family,
Yep.
we were always camping
we went
together.
camping a lot. I went to public school, which I'm very, very thankful for. Because
Right,
that was like my
right.
one window to like
Yeah.
what the rest of the world is.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, like that's why Settle the Sky, going back to the whole Year of Ruin EP, is that's why we like became who we became. We're not necessarily like fuck God. It's just
I was at one point.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not there anymore. I'm much
but,
more.
But like from when we started touring, like
that
full
was
time,
like Rumspringa for you guys.
exactly, dude.
I kind of had to let that version of God in my head die, and I had to rally against that God. And now
Does
I'm
he
kind of
have a
coming
king-
around to a new.
Oh my God, Dustin just showed up. He's got a King Cobra.
Oh,
99
yeah.
cents,
Hell yeah.
baby. That's what I'm talking about. They don't sell 40s those.
Hello,
no more.
Dustin.
Hell yeah.
You can come out here and hang out.
That's our friend
We're
Dustin.
going to be wrapping up here soon. Sorry, guys. This is my buddy.
Yeah.
This week, this episode,
By the time you see this,
Yeah, Dan will be married
yes,
Yeah.
I will be married
this weekend. This is one of the other groomsmen.
Yeah, he
oh,
showed
hell
up.
yeah.
I'm the best man. Aw. I gotta write a speech.
But anyways, like that's kind of why we are who we are, is because we went on these tours and we seen what the world was actually like because we were so sheltered growing up.
Just
And
like
also
Amish
being a
people.
Christian metal band, it was like so healing because we were always told you can't go to this place. Like when we first started playing metal, they're like, well, Christians can't sound like that because that sounds like the devil. Yeah. So we're like, well, we like it, and you like other things that are kind of similar, so that doesn't really make sense. We're going to keep doing that a lot.
Right.
And there are other Christians who totally, and that kind of worked out. And they're like, well, you can do that, but you can't play in bars. I was like, well,
dude, we were kicked off the worship team.
You told us to go reach the lost.
Right. There was a team.
No, I swear to God, me and JD, I was the drummer. JD was the singer, piano player. We got kicked off the worship team because we were playing in bars. But here's what they didn't see is we were like going out there and like damn near preaching the word of God.
Not damn near. We were not only preaching from stage, but we were also like meeting with people, like random fans and people, and talking with them, and like working through like hard life stuff with people.
Dude, I mean,
drug addicts and people dealing with depression and that stuff. Like, I'm still 100% that guy who is going out and talking to people who are struggling and don't see the positivity, the light of tomorrow. Like, that's still what I want to do. I just don't think the answer is the answer that I was given growing up.
The cult.
But I love doing that. I love being a part of this kind of counterculture where we're too Christian for the metalheads, but we're too metal for the Christians. We don't really fit in kind of anywhere, but we know that we're onto something and it's working and people are responding to it and we're meeting people who need this in their life at the right moment. I still love these like heavy ass songs about like, because usually when you go to heavy music, you're upset, you're angry, or you just have like a lot of pent up aggression or maybe even like sports.
Right.
So like having extremely positive lyrics about like being in a dark place and cutting through will always be like a key to success in this genre. Like,
if I didn't have that, I was like listening to Slayer and like,
or the opposite, yeah.
And it said, Auschwitz, the meaning of pain, the way that I want you to die.
Yeah.
Slow death, immense decay, showers that cleanse you of your life.
Bro, death and life are two sides of the same coin.
But listen, if we would have fucking got caught listening to that shit,
dude, you'd be fucked.
Oh, bro, I mean,
I had to hide. You got me a Good Charlotte CD. And it wasn't a burnt
edgelord.
It wasn't like a burnt like written. No, it was burnt and written on. And I convinced my parents that it was Christian because they were called Good Charlotte, and they luckily just didn't look into it, and I was allowed to keep that one.
Right on.
And I think the same thing with Newfound Glory. But other than that, if they would have found a Blink 182 or Limp Bizkit or anything,
dude, my parents found all the DMX, Ja Rule albums. Fucking
no VHS tapes at all or DVDs at all either.
No VHS tapes or DVDs.
I mean, my parents found Riding the Baloney Pony.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, we said
that on the last episode. Hell yeah, man! My dad. You know what's wild? Speaking of the Christianity shit, Pops. He goes. He comes up to my room, bro, and goes, "What are you doing?" I'm damn near naked, about to jerk my meat. Okay.
To Riding the Baloney Pony.
To Riding the Baloney Pony, right? And I'm like, nothing. I'm just getting changed. What are you doing?
Just
He's like, what's in the DVD player? I'm like, this motherfucker looked and he went through my room. He knew. He said it was the Holy Ghost telling him what it was. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Did you buy it? Or you thought it was for real, the Holy Ghost told him?
I mean, bro, to me, and you have to understand how we were raised. To me, I'm like, what the fuck? But I didn't say what the fuck in my head. I'm like, like, oh man.
Oh dang.
Oh dang it.
Shoot, he got me.
Yeah, shoot, he got me.
I'm really fricked.
God really told on my ass.
On my bottom.
On my butt. Yeah, on my butt. God really told on my butt.
When we were real young was a little like, say bottom.
Yeah, say bottom. Fucking Christ. Anyways, and I'm over here like, what the fuck? I wasn't allowed to go to the Zayo concert with you guys. Remember the whole band went?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I got grounded because I got
caught
caught with
pony.
a
Zayo was a Christian metal band, and I remember like one of the members or one of the band drinking a beer at the bar, and I was like,
okay, so time out.
We're not the only ones.
So oh shit, sorry. So time out. Check this out. So like what JD was saying, there was a lot of good in what we were doing as well because our parents were the ones to drive us to these shows at bars.
Yeah.
So our parents were allowing this.
Yeah.
Yet our church wasn't.
Yeah.
And so
Did
there
they
was
look down on your parents for that? Or
I mean, bro, we're all related. Like the church we were raised in.
We ran that church. Like not we ran that church, but like our family was very influential.
Yeah, very powerful in that church.
Not even powerful. Like they were a part of that church being formed, being founded.
I mean, right. Like, I mean, so yeah.
So was the church mad at my family? No, my church was my family.
Like, yeah.
But you got kicked off the motherfucking worship team.
But because it was an actual church, there were also people there who weren't just our family. Yeah. Those were the ones who were
kicked you off the team.
Bitching. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
I see. That's the shit, man. I don't.
Should have told them to go start their own fucking band.
And we were also raised.
We didn't stop. We rallied.
You pretty much have to go to church to believe in God and to be a Christian and to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. You don't need to go to church. You don't need to give that motherfucking shit your money. Just build a relationship with the dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or he ain't even a dude. Everyone calls him a he, but he's.
Well, I also value like community and a place to meet and celebrate things. There's so much to go on there, but like
there's so much
it's just
depth.
we were raised with that authoritarian, legalistic. Here's how you live. If you go off, you're going to hell. And it's very black and white. And if you're in, you're in, and if you're not, you're like not only are you a sinner, but also like we looked at people who smoked or cussed or drank or
you're scared for them. Like,
and
not only scared for them, but I just thought they were like potentially bad people. Could even be demon possessed.
Bro, I still have friends to this, not even friends to this day, but I see people that I grew up with that I used to go to church with and shit. Like, I'm not going to say no names, but you know, like one of them in particular.
I probably know lots of them.
Yeah. But, what the fuck am I talking about? But, like every time I'm like, I used to go through these phases of like trying to get my life right with God, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, every time I would do that, this friend would pop up and be like, let's go out to lunch. Let's go do things,
Yeah.
But then when I'm outside of that and back to my old Dirty Dan ways, it's like I was non-existent. I would see him in the stores.
Like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Exactly, bro.
Or who the heck that is.
Or give me like a, hey, what's going on?
He didn't even try to reach out to help.
I feel sorry for you. And I had one buddy come into Kroger when I worked at Kroger, was like, I said, fuck. He goes, why are you talking like that, man? I don't want to see you burn in hell. I said, what the fuck? Bro, I'm telling you, man, like once I realized what the real world was, I think he can agree with me on this. Like, my whole mind changed. You know what I mean? My whole mindset was like,
yours did right away. Mine didn't. I never really had a problem, especially once we started touring and playing shows and like being out there. I never really had a problem with, what am I looking for here? It was the cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
Of,
it's
okay,
like,
you tell me to love the sinner. And when I do, you say, well, yeah, but not like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but how am I supposed to, you're supposed to bring him to church. It's like, okay, but how do I meet him in the first place?
Yeah, if I can't talk to him.
Because if Christians have to come to church and all the Christians are in church, you want me to save the lost, then I have to go where they are.
Yeah.
I have to go to so people that are struggling in life, they drink and they spend their money and their time at the bar, then I'm going to go play shows at bars where they are with a message to help them get on the right track.
Yeah.
Why would I not do that? And
it's so simple.
They couldn't understand the concept, or
pretty
like
much
they didn't want to understand.
all of my qualms with the church have been things like that, where it's like, well, you're telling me this story that says to love people this way and to do this and to give the shirt off on my back, but anytime I do that, that seems to not be what the church is interested in doing.
See?
Dude, literally, that's exactly what it is.
I don't know what to do with that. You told me to read this book and take it seriously, and that's all I've ever done, and I'm doing that right now, and you're saying that's the thing that you need to stop doing.
See,
for me, that's a huge cognitive dissonance. That's I don't know how to move forward with that. So obviously, I can't trust this church anymore. You told me to do this. I did it. Now you're mad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue. I'm going to take this book seriously. I'm going to keep doing what it says. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do this. And that's what I did.
Because I always felt like, people that go to a church, like how many of them really read the Bible? Or just like, that's how that guy says it went down, so I'm going to believe him.
I think it depends on the church and depends on the person, but I would say the majority.
I believe him.
Yeah, most people have no idea even what the Bible even is, or the fact that technically, you want clicks, you want controversy.
Yeah,
the Bible doesn't even exist.
Boom.
What?
Hunt it.
The Bible doesn't exist.
You're gonna have to go into this.
The word the Bible, okay,
Bible,
the Bible, I'd have to look up the etymology on this. I'm a huge etymology nerd. I love etymology and language.
Where words come from,
how they're formed, how they were used back then versus how they're used now, versus how language changes and slang. And I love all that.
Motherfucker.
But the Bible, I think, is like Bible, bibliography, library. These are all very similar words, and the Bible is a library. It is a collection of different books and writings, not just books. There are poems, there are letters, there are historical accounts. There's literally a whole just list of names that you can read for. Who's reading that? Nobody.
Yeah.
But everything that's in there has a purpose and is just, it's a real writing. But the Bible itself is just, we decided these are the ones.
Yeah, this is the right translation.
And not only that,
the book of Enoch was taken out of the Bible.
I'm not going to lie, I don't know anything about the book of Enoch specifically.
But you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've heard of it, right?
Was the book of Enoch taken out of the Bible, or is that something we found later with the Dead Sea Scrolls and with
I'm pretty sure it was taken out.
It may have,
of the
but
Bible.
Either way, we don't even need to worry about that stuff. Catholics have a different set of books than evangelicals do.
Yeah, you're
and
completely
then
right.
A different sect might remove this book or might add this one, or
these
ones use this translation. These ones use only these books.
Yeah, because there's so many different translations. Like I got like one of each, I think.
And then there's how you read the Bible, because we were taught you have to read the Bible from front to back, literal word for word in English in whatever translation your
King
pastor
James
says
version.
is the right one.
Yeah.
So that's what the Bible is, and that's just there's in zero case where that's true. It is.
Yeah, that's
some
the
of
way
them
I
are Jewish
felt about
texts.
it.
Some of them are
about
more
to get
recent.
me all
some
fired
of them are.
up.
Most of the New Testament was written by a guy who's never even met Jesus. His name is Paul, the Apostle Paul.
And that's just his account of what happened.
It's his account. He never met Jesus. So Jesus.
Wait, he wasn't even there?
No.
He's just like, hey, this guy told me.
So when Jesus came, so Jesus was born in Nazareth, all right? So this is the Middle East.
Yeah.
They're Jewish, right? Everybody, there's no Christians yet because Jesus hasn't
yes, because like
done the thing.
Jews follow like the Old Testament, right?
The thing. He hasn't done the thing, so Christianity doesn't exist yet. It's I mean, there's other religions, but in this region, there's like Jewish, and then there's a huge political thing happening when Jesus shows up. So the Jews and Rome. And Rome is kind of this huge political power, the Roman Empire that everybody's that's
big part of human history.
This is a big part of human history as well. So Jesus was a Jew. He was raised in a Jew area, and there are three different sects of Jews that are mostly, I'm sure you could find fringe beliefs anywhere, but and that was the Pharisees, which Jesus talked about those guys not being the dopest. The Sadducees, and Jesus talked about those guys not being the dopest. And the mystical sect, the Essenes, and Jesus was a Jewish mystic. He probably was not an Essene, but he was very highly influenced by Essene, Essene. So you're not confused because it's a weird word to hear.
Essene?
But his whole thing basically was like kind of this more mystical love come from the Father sort. In my opinion, I see that Jesus' message is all about love, all about denying your ego, yourself, and learning to just...
Which I'm down with that.
Just take some shrooms, my guy.
Yeah, so take some shrooms, and that's kind of a mystical experience, light. Don't use them too much, because that's spiritual bypassing, and the mushrooms will mess you up.
Fuck that.
But, that being said, so, Jesus did this whole thing against the Pharisees and Sadducees, and then Paul, whose name at the time was Saul, was killing all of Jesus's followers.
What the fuck?
You knew about this, right?
Yeah.
We were told this growing up, but like we weren't told that also he never met Jesus. And we believe every word of every letter he's ever written for no reason whatsoever.
He killed his friends, and then
he told us a story once where he saw Jesus in a vision, and we're like, so he's met him, so that's real then.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man,
Whoa.
Listen,
hang on, Dan.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Paul,
go on.
Now, this isn't a spiritual podcast, so I'll get off this quick.
No, this is I like it. It's interesting.
So Paul,
this shit gets me off.
Paul was a Pharisee. Paul was a Pharisee, the one that Jesus talked against, who was killing Jesus's followers until he had a vision, saw Jesus on the road to Damascus, changed his life, but then he started preaching a different gospel that was antithetical to the other apostles' gospels. And it was like getting in trouble.
So,
like in the Bible, he's like, I don't follow Peter's gospel. I follow and here's how we should do it. And he's writing to all these different churches. The church in Rome, that's where we get the book of Romans. He's writing to the church in a place called Corinth. That's where we get Corinthians. He's writing to the church in Philippi. That's where we get Philippians.
So all these books are just like written by him.
They're letters written by Paul, and that's where most of Christian theology comes from. A guy named Paul who never met Jesus and preached a different gospel than him entirely.
I did not know this.
I'm telling you, bro. If you go down this rabbit hole, you will literally be mind blown. And this is why I don't know what I believe in.
Dude, so yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But I don't know.
Also,
we were raised that you had to know what you believed in. And that's really hard for people who are raised like us to just be like, okay, not knowing. Or having a little bit of mystery. Mystery is my spirituality at this point. It's living with that. You know, here's kind of what I think, and I don't really know.
Dude, that's a good way to put it. Like, it's a mystery.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what's up.
God is the name of the blanket that we throw over the mystery. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right.
That's not my quote. That's like Pete Holmes, or he would know exactly who it is. But
dude,
the blanket that we throw over the mystery of the unknown that we don't know, of the more that's going on here. That's where we get the word God.
Like,
I mean, not etymologically speaking, that's not true. But
in
general, that's a nice way to think about it.
I've kind of hinted at it over a few episodes. Like, I don't know, we had people that are Christian on the podcast, and like I've kind of like shown interest. Like, oh, I'm kind of curious. Like agnostic. Is that what that's called?
Yeah, agnostic.
Where you're just like, I think something's going on, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, agnostic is kind of an I don't know position, but it's kind of somewhat usually a negative. I don't know. It's like, I don't really believe that.
I'm more of a positive.
I also don't really
I don't know.
Yeah, so.
See, I battle this shit every single day. Like, there is not a day that goes by where I don't think about dying, death. Like, I mean, like, death in itself, not like me, I want to die, but like, dude, what the fuck is after this?
Dustin, will you grab me a beer from the cooler underneath Anna's butt?
Have we ever talked about this before, Dan? Have you ever?
Yeah, we've talked about it briefly, I think.
Maybe, what about you, JD? Did you ever come close to dying before?
So probably. I can't think of any cool stories except for one. And it's not that cool of a story. But I'm sure there were like some like real near misses with like accidents or like little things like that. There's one. The one I remember though is, so I was broke, and like my parents hate that I say that I was homeless because I could have went home, but we were very contentious at the time.
No, he couldn't. I'll agree with
it. It was very contentious, and I didn't have any place to go, and I was couch surfing and living out of a suitcase. It was by choice, but I did not want to be where I was. I needed to get out and all these things we've been talking about. I needed to see them through and not just be.
You have to remember that we were raised like this. You know what I mean? So we had to get out.
Yeah. So at the time, I was mostly partying. I wasn't eating healthy food. I got like. Again, I never went to the doctor, so I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I had like a bronchitis that formed into like I definitely had like pneumonia. I had like liquid in the lungs, like I could feel it,
like walking pneumonia type shit.
I'm pretty sure I had bronchitis and pneumonia at the same time, and I was very sick. I was laying on the couch in my buddy's basement, and his family wasn't there very often. He wasn't home because he worked, and I couldn't get a job because we were touring. And he's like, "Can I work here for 2 weeks and then we're leaving for like 3 months?" And they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Yeah, it makes sense." So I was sleeping on this couch,
drug dealing,
with like pneumonia, bronchitis, whatever else going down. Can't breathe. I would have these like shiver spells where like for like a good like couple of minutes, I'd have to like close my eyes and just shiver until it went away. And one time there was a really intense one, and nobody was home, and all the lights were on, and I got into this shivering fest, and I just closed my eyes, and I threw the blanket over my head and like turned in towards the cushion. And while I was doing that, Devin came home quietly. Snuck downstairs into his little room and shut the lights off because he thought I was sleeping. And when I woke up, I thought, that was the one. It's just black. I'm dead. Like, legit, like, had like I'm maybe 2 minutes where I just sat there like.
Yeah, panic attack.
Because
I still feel the couch.
I remember because I was living there too.
And it wasn't until I saw the little light underneath of Devin's door that I was like, just the lights got turned off.
Okay, so check this out.
But it was just the timing of it, I was like, and then it was gone, pitch black.
So elaborating on that story is me and the rest of the guys came home because we all kind of just stayed there. You know what I mean? Like me and him. It
was our practice spot. It was also where we did a lot of our social media stuff. So we were just always hanging.
Right. When he left home, I got kicked out of my home. Like my dad kicked my ass out. Like,
get fuck out of here.
Hell no, he would have never said that. He would, get out of my house if you're going to smoke cigarettes. I don't want that in this house. I'm like, see ya.
I'm going to smoke all the fucking cigarettes I want,
Hell
Dad.
Yeah. There were Camel.
Crush.
I really wish we'd have never started smoking, though. Looking back.
Fuck yeah, dude. No one should smoke cigarettes. Put the cigarettes down. Smoke some weed.
Reclines.
If you want to smoke something, smoke weed or crack, depending on what you want.
Hey.
I only smoke synthetic marijuana.
K2. You guys want to party? I got some spice.
Anyways, listen, to elaborate on that story is I literally came down the stairs. JD was freaking out, thought he died.
Yeah.
So I know this was a fact because I've never seen this man like that. He was terrified for hours. It didn't like even
I was
after,
still very, very sick at the time too. So I was like
Yeah.
weak. Just that was a
like he was.
I didn't have a
rough.
near-death experience or anything, but I thought I had seen,
Yeah.
the end of it.
Dude,
Lights out.
That was the funniest shit. I was just like, no, fool, you're here in real, like, reality. And I crack open a Miller High Life and start listening to Lil Wayne.
Tonight I'm single.
Yeah. Tonight I'm single.
Dude,
Camo shorts and Bubba Kush.
I will say,
That's
like,
my line.
I won't get into it too much, but like I almost died once, and you wouldn't fucking believe how like easy it was to say, all right, see ya.
Yeah.
It's so it's so easy to be like, all right, I'm not gonna fight this. And like, dude, it's super easy decision.
Well, how'd you almost die? You can't just tell us that.
I
Yeah.
got hit by a fucking car.
Yeah, that'll do
yeah,
it.
dude.
Your
Cars are a lot
Yeah.
bigger than us, and they're harder too. And if they're going pretty fast,
Well, it was a truck, but
That'll do it.
I forgot. I
It
forgot
keeps
about
getting
your
worse. It's a truck now?
yeah, it's a
They
pickup
have a
truck.
gun on it?
Yeah, I know. It was you.
accident. Anyways.
But yeah, dude, it's really easy to make that decision.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, it wasn't even scary. It's just like, oh, this is happening.
I have I don't have it as often anymore, but I still have passive suicidal ideation and what I call like just like the beckoning of the void.
Yeah,
Bro.
Specifically,
that's
I went to a
exactly-
trip in Chicago with my buddy Trey, Trey Hoy.
Yeah.
And there was this whole building, like skyscraper, that had been removed, but all of like the infrastructure around it was still there for all. They're obviously going to build something new there, but so there's just this big pit that's like 20 stories down.
Yeah,
And I'm
'cause
just
it's gotta
walking
be-
past it, and I just feel like just this like
What if
not even a what if, just like it was almost like it was like
that intrusive thought? Like,
Look,
come
duh,
on.
hey,
like it was
that-
calling
hey.
me. It felt like warm.
It's associated with OCD as well.
Oh, shit, really? Because I do the same shit, bro.
I don't think I have OCD. I
Dude,
definitely
maybe I
have like
fucking have it.
ADHD, hyperactivity.
Blade, I want to stick my finger in.
Yeah, she's like, I know it's gonna hurt.
Dude, I've done some, hiking.
He almost said, I've done some crazy shit.
No, I've done some crazy poop.
Yeah.
Crazy poop.
Or crazy
crazy
dirty.
stuff.
I've done some crazy
Can't
dirty.
curse, it will burn.
Yeah, but having all that stuff and then all of the spiritual baggage from how we were raised and then, becoming dads and getting married and having kids and now trying to raise my family in a way that's like
Completely
I have
different
no
than
idea what
ours.
I'm doing. Yeah, but I'm just
100%.
Dude,
not even just completely different than ours because there's a lot of completely different than ours.
But there's a lot of moral. Listen, without
That's the weird
way-
thing. Like I said, I'm on this like mystical spirituality thing and I'm coming around the back end. A lot of the what that we were taught, for me, I'm just going to straight up, I feel like is mostly just straight up wrong.
yeah.
The why and the how, a lot of the time though, at least in how we were raised, very, very charismatic, very spiritual, very true. Like like this whole manifestation thing. Like we were raised believing
Speak that into existence.
the Bible,
Yeah.
the Bible passage. I don't even know where it's at off the top of my head, but it is
Don't
power.
ask me. I
The
don't
power
know.
of life and death
Or in your tongue.
are in the tongue. Speak as though things were not as they are. Like
Yeah.
this whole kind of like, if you're sick, say you're healed.
Say
Like
you're healed.
The opposite
Oh,
of that.
damn.
And act like you're healed.
The power of a positive attitude.
But because
Exactly.
we were in that authoritarian, you have to do this way. It never was like a heart thing. It was always like,
Yeah.
no, Mom, I'm not sick. I'm
Yeah.
healthy. Can I have some ibuprofen?
Hey, will you plug me back in?
Yeah.
My headphones just came a little bit unplugged.
Well-
yeah, mine did too.
Well, we wanted to talk about something else, but maybe we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
I would
well-
love to come back and
yeah,
talk
well-
about that.
Yeah.
Or
We'll have you
anything,
back.
really.
We'll have you back,
dude.
bro.
Because who knows? By that time, this topic might make a little more sense.
Right.
Yeah.
After next
Might
month.
hit a little closer to home.
Yeah, it might
After-
hit your home.
After World War III.
Yeah. We'll talk about that when it happens. It's coming to a town near you. But
World War III coming to a town
Yeah.
near you.
get your fucking draft papers ready, motherfucker. You ain't too old, Dan.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, man.
You're gonna
Couldn't do
die.
it. I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it either, bro. Hell no, I can't live without toilet
It comes
paper.
in your MRE.
Hey,
a little
are you
sliver of it.
flushing those dude wipes?
Hell no.
Okay, good.
No, that's for just making your ass
PSA,
clean.
whoever's using flushable wipes, that's great. I love your cleanliness. I love your attitude. I love everything that you're about. You're on the right track. Those are not to be flushed. I work in an industry where you're making me a lot of money, and you're going to have lots of problems if you continue to flush those things down the toilet.
Well, don't tell them to keep flushing them then.
Oh, then keep flushing them.
Keep flushing them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
and when you need help, call me,
Jay Dizzle.
and I'll come.
He'll
I'll
be in
help
your
you out.
hizzle.
But yeah. Anyways,
Fixing the
JD,
place where you take a
we'll
pill.
have you back on for sure because I wanna get
Heck yeah. I got some things I'm working on behind the scenes, too, that
Yeah, that'd be cool.
hopefully I'm a little more ready to talk about.
Hell
next time I
yeah.
come back.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I want to, like, once, because, Sell the Sky, we're working on new music and
Yep.
stuff. Very, very slowly.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I
We're
forgot
all, we're
about
all
that.
dads now, but we're writing, recording new music. We have a song pretty much almost done. We'd like to have a few more. We're hoping we can rally and get some stuff done this year, but with weddings and kids and all that
Yeah.
stuff, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, dude, literally, we are all busy. Like, busy as fuck.
You had Now That We're Waiting EP. Now this is going to be Are We There Yet EP,
Now that we're
right?
still,
Because you got kids.
now that we're still waiting, and are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
No, we should just name it, Are You Still Waiting?
Are you still waiting? Because we fucking moved on.
Yeah.
We're
No,
country
but,
band.
Anyways, I would like to have you and possibly another member of our stupid-ass band.
It's not that stupid.
Heck yeah.
I'm just
Come
fucking
on.
around.
It's a good
I'm
band. I don't know
Totally
why they-
fucking around.
You guys are a good
I'm not
fucking
gonna lie.
band.
This
man.
song, this new song.
We had a lot of fun making this stuff and playing this stuff.
Yeah.
So
And I'll just say it right now, our new
I'm
song
happy to keep doing it.
has a big potential to be a fucking ass beater.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
we're we're pretty fucking proud of that. So anyways, JD, thank you for coming on, my guy.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thanks for having
this
me.
was fun.
It was good to be here.
I
will-
learned some stuff today.
I will see you up
Heck
at the
yeah.
altar.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, Dan.
I
You're
was,
a
I was
married
still like
man as
thinking
of
church
this.
stuff, so I was like at the altar. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're getting married like in a couple days.
Yeah, literally.
He is married.
In a
All right,
couple
this is
days.
the future.
Oh yeah, Dan's already married,
This is Wednesday.
wifed up.
What's Wednesday?
Whoever was watching, hoping
Hell
cut it
no.
out.
Because guess what? I don't got
me and the wifey, we will find you.
I don't got my.
Yep.
I don't
We
got
will
my
Liam
ice.
Neeson in a Nissan.
I ain't even got my
Altima
ice on.
with a fucked up front end
I need my ice.
and one of them poofy steering wheel covers.
Ice. I need my ice on my finger before I'm married.
Yeah.
Mert.
Better get to it, Anna. All right, it's
she
been
already,
the jam.
She already did it. Wait till you guys.
Thank
see
you
this
guys
shit
again
next
for
week.
having me.
Bam, bam, bam. All right. Well, yeah. Love you.
Dearly, sometimes queerly.
Give me my beer, dude.
You handed it to me.
I meant to cheers you, but I didn't know you didn't have.
It's been the jam with Brock and Dan. This is Dan. That's Jay Dizzle. I'm Brock.
I'm
Dwayne.
Brock.
Dwayne the Brock Johnson.
I'm just gonna start thinking up weird nicknames
Yeah.
and just sending them to you out of the blue.
Yes,
that we
do
can
it.
just use
Okay,
them.
time out before we leave. I'm sorry.
Oh,
JD has to tell you some
bonus
of-
moment.
Okay, so you know how he made your
Yeah,
nickname
yeah.
up like Dwayne
yes.
the Brock Johnson.
Yeah.
When I was a child,
that.
my nickname was Nobby.
So
I created it. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know.
Like the tires, like knobby tires you put on a motorcycle to
Maybe,
go
yeah,
off-road.
yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah. So it's like I'm like I'd walk into grandma's house like Nobby's here.
yeah.
I'm
Speaking
Nobby.
third person.
So then once we were in like a metal band and like grown up and like having to get, I would just like call him by his like little kid name, but I would like make fun plays on it. So instead of Nobby, I'd call him Hey Nobby, and he'd think that was funny for a little while, and then I'd be like, Yo Knob Zombie or Nobbert Schneider
Knob Snyder.
Peach Knobbler Pie or yeah, just always trying to come up with different variations.
So when he did it to yours, Dwayne Brock Johnson,
Dwayne the Brock Johnson.
dude, that shit is.
I think
so
I'm
fucking
probably a little bit on the spectrum because like there's something with like words and
The spectrum
sounds.
of cool.
No, legit. I don't have my phone. Oh, I do have my phone. I've got like a list of names that I keep on my phone of just things that I find like interesting. One of them, I won't pull it up, but one of the names that I made up that I'm just like, I'm going to write this down because this is a weird name and I like it. It's Dweeve Skenderson.
Dweeb Scanners.
Dweeve Skenderson. It's all things like that or plays on words or, yeah.
Dweeve.
I just like fun. Language is fun.
Dweeb.
Dweeb.
Yes.
Dweeve.
Oh, all right. Well,
That guy's a dweeve.
Well, this has been the jam with Brock and Dan.
All right, I got a piece so
I'm Brock.
bad.
I'm Dan.
That's Jay Pizzle. He's got
Jay
to take a pizzle
We'll see you guys
for
next week.
Rizzle.
For real.
Bye.